Hello everyone and welcome to my Coronation Street 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Real Housewives star Tamra Judge addresses backlash over autism claim. Real Housewives of Orange County star Tamra Judge is addressing her past claim that she had autism during the season 19 premiere of the Bravo reality show. On the July 10 episode, the former Cut Fitness owner, 57, was shown in an emotional therapy session and talked through tears about how the backlash to her claim affected her. "My sensory issues are heightened. My intrusive thoughts are out of control right now," Judge said to her therapist. Judge revealed how she had been crying about the backlash to the podcast episode. She explained that when my therapist mentioned the autism spectrum to me, I had gone home and went on my podcast. Had I misspoke, I shouldn't have said anything. She told her therapist that I just got annihilated, publicly annihilated. Judge is the longest-running Real Housewives star, first joining the Orange County edition for its third season in 2008, and has starred in the series for 15 seasons, except for a 2-season hiatus from 2022 to 2023. In October 2024, Judge sparked backlash in a now-deleted Instagram clip from her podcast, Two Teeth in a Pod, after she told her co-host Teddy Mellencamp, "I just did my first therapy session. I am on the spectrum." On the spectrum is a phrase that refers to someone with autism spectrum disorder, ASD. Mayo Clinic defines ASD as a condition related to brain development that affects how people see others and socialize with them. Based off the premiere episode, Judge has yet to receive a formal diagnosis, but fans felt she was attempting to make the claim as an excuse for her behavior towards co-stars on season 18 of the series. In a confessional, Judge added that the criticism was really hurtful, and people think that I don't have feelings, and it's not true. I'm tired of being called a horrible human being because I'm not. I realize that you have to dig up those things that are buried deep inside of you, because those are the things that come out when you get angry, Judge said, adding that it is due to just talking about stuff that I don't want to talk about. Judge revealed that her estrangement from eldest daughter Sydney, her own father's absence, and her past heavily publicized custody battle with ex-husband Simon Barney as reasons behind her sadness. When asked by Housewives executive producer Andy Cohen on his post-RHOC talk show, "Watch What Happens Live," if she was still in therapy, Judge said that it's a process and confirmed that she is still seeing her provider. Cohen then asked Judge about her anger issues, and her husband Eddie Judge jokingly whispered, "Still there." Tamra Judge is no stranger to drama. It's practically in her DNA as one of the Real Housewives of Orange County's most fiery personalities. But this week, the reality TV star found herself at the center of a storm that had nothing to do with table flipping, tequila-fueled arguments, or fitness feuds. Instead, she came under fire for an offhand comment she made during an episode of her podcast, Two Teeth in a Pod, in which she discussed behavioral traits she noticed in a friend's child, traits she speculated could be signs of autism. The comment quickly went viral, igniting backlash from autism advocates, parents, and even some of her own fans. Many called the comment irresponsible, uneducated, and damaging, particularly because Tamra does not have any formal training in developmental disorders. But Tamra, never one to shrink in the face of controversy, isn't backing down. In a new interview with Bravo Daily Dish, she set the record straight, unapologetically clarifying what she said, what she meant, and what she's learned. "I was speaking from the heart." First of all, Tamra began, taking a long breath as she sat down in her sleek, neutral-toned Coto de Casa home. I want to say I never, ever meant to hurt or offend anyone. That wasn't my intention. I was speaking from the heart, from my own experience as a mom, not as a medical professional. She went on to explain that the comment, which was edited for brevity in the final podcast episode, was part of a longer conversation about parenting instincts. I said something like, "Sometimes you just know something is off, you know. Like maybe there's something like autism going on," she recalled. Looking back, I should have chosen my words more carefully. I get that, but it came from a place of concern and compassion. I know what it's like to worry about your kids. Tamra, who has openly shared her parenting journey over the years, from her complicated relationship with her daughter Sydney to her son Spencer's struggles with anxiety, grew visibly emotional during the interview. "I spent sleepless nights wondering if my own kids were okay," she said, blinking back tears. "I know what it's like to Google symptoms, to question everything, to pray that you're doing right by them. That's why I spoke up. It wasn't to label someone else's child. It was to say, hey, moms have instincts. Trust them." She paused, then added firmly, "But I understand now that using a medical term like autism in that context was not appropriate." I hear you. Autism advocates respond. Following the episode's release, a number of autism advocacy groups publicly criticized Tamra for her remarks. One national organization issued a statement, throwing around diagnostic terms like autism in casual conversation without proper understanding perpetuates stigma and misinformation. "We urge public figures to be more mindful and educate themselves before making such claims." A few fans also took to social media to voice their disappointment. One Twitter user wrote, "Tamra Judge diagnosing someone's kid on a podcast is peak irresponsible behavior. This isn't Housewives drama. This is real life." Still, others defended her, suggesting that the backlash was disproportionate. "She's not a doctor, and she never said she was. She was just expressing concern," one fan commented on Instagram. Doubling down, and then doubling back. Tamra initially fired back at critics in a now-deleted Instagram story, writing, "Everyone is so sensitive these days. You can't say anything without people twisting it." But after meeting with a local autism awareness group in Orange County, her tone shifted. "I've always believed that growth comes from listening," Tamra explained. "So I sat down with some incredible parents and experts, and they helped me understand how language can hurt, even when you mean well." She has since agreed to participate in a public awareness campaign and plans to attend a fundraising gala in support of early intervention for children on the spectrum. A lesson in accountability, Real Housewives style. In true Housewives fashion, Tamra is making her redemption arc part of the narrative. During filming for the upcoming season of Autism, Bravo cameras reportedly captured her meeting with a local autism advocate at her Ket fitness studio. "It's important for people to see that I'm learning," Tamra said. "I'm not above criticism. I'm human." Even her castmates weighed in. Shannon Beater called the situation unfortunate, but a learning opportunity, while Emily Simpson, who has a nephew with autism, said, "It was a careless comment, but I don't think Tamra meant harm. I'm glad she's taking steps to understand more." The bigger picture. When asked if she would handle the situation differently now, Tamra nodded slowly. "Absolutely," she said. "I would have taken a breath. I would have thought, is this my story to tell? Is this label mine to suggest? I've learned that sometimes the best thing you can do is just listen. Really listen, before you speak." Still, she's adamant that public shaming isn't the way forward. We all mess up, but turning every mistake into a witch hunt helps no one. "I'm committed to doing better, not because I was canceled or because people yelled, but because I genuinely want to grow. What's next for Tamra? As always, Tamra is juggling a dozen projects at once. RHOC filming, a new fitness video series, and yes, two teeth in a pod continues to thrive. She teased that a future episode will focus entirely on her experience with this controversy and will feature an autism expert to help educate the show's listeners. It's time for less judgment and more understanding, she said. And that starts with me. Love her or hate her, Tamra Judge never shies away from a hard conversation. This time, it may just lead to something bigger than Bravo ratings, real awareness, and real change.